100,000 tonnes a year of black bin rubbish, the worst rubbish, will come within a mile of 4 primary schools. That's not acceptable, and that's what children at Kirkstall Valley Primary School and local residents are saying to the council. Waste not wanted, not in a residential area and not in an area where children go to school.
Hi, I'm Beverly Clay. I'm head teacher at Kirkstall Valley Primary School. We're an inner city school. We've got a fantastic school here with a fantastic site. We're bordered onto a main arterial road though, Kirkstall Road. We've got our own gardener, the children love to play out, we've got our own vegetable plot, and a lot of these children don't have any gardens. In 2001, the waste transfer site was burnt down. Had to evacuate the playground. The windows had to stay closed for 5 days, the children couldn't play out. And now we hear that it's going to be reinstated.
The problem with this site here, for many years it caused tremendous problems in plagues of flags, in terms of noxious smells, and it was a real problem for the people in the area, and particularly in this school. It burnt down and suddenly there was a great release. Now the council have offered this to developers who are going to build a large incinerator in the city and transfer the noxious material to here. It looks like going to be 100,000 tonnes of noxious, smelly, decomposing material coming into this site.
I really enjoy playtime at school, but if all the waste goes to the transfer site, well, we're in the classroom all day and we get really hot and stuffy, so we like to come out for fresh air, but it won't be fresh air anymore, it'll be really unhygienic.
Well, the pollution will get really bad, and we've got vegetables as well, so we don't want them to get ruined.
Hannah, how do you feel about having the waste transfer site by school?
Sad.
Why do you feel sad, Hannah?
Because it would smell really bad and you could get diseases.
And what about the traffic on the road? Because your house must get a lot of noise from the traffic, mustn't it?
Because I live nearly on Kirkstall Road and it'll pollute all the area around me.
Yeah, and the council is saying there's going to be 65 trucks coming up and down the road every day. How do you feel about that?
Not happy.
What will it be like?
It will be horrible because we like fresh air and we just like going outside, and it'll be horrible and the smell won't do us any good.
You know, when we play football we might feel a bit ill because we're running around and getting hot.
I'm Rachael Reeves and I'm here with a group of local residents to talk to them about the waste transfer site and the impact it will have on their area. Leanne, you've got 2 children at school here at Kirkstall Valley Primary School, one in Year 6 and one in nursery.
Yeah.
How do you feel about having the waste transfer site literally on your doorstep?
Well, it's awful because the smells, the pollution, the traffic, because it's bad enough on Kirkstall Road for traffic as it is, but they're going to be 60-something trucks coming in daily, which the noise is going to be horrendous.
You remember what it was like before the old site burnt down. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Well, it were awful because every day there were smells coming from the waste site, and also we had phoned them up and asked them to spray it. Every week we had to phone them up and say, can you spray the waste? And you can't sit in your garden in summer and like have a meal outside if it's nice, or kids can't play out because it's just awful.
I mean, it might sound silly coming from me, but when I do my washing, hang it out and you stick it in, you've got to wash it again because it stinks awful.
And that's at the moment. How do you think it will be if there's 100,000 tonnes of rubbish?
100 times worse, and I don't want it. I think it's disgusting.
Nick, you're a keen cyclist, I know, and you cycle up Kirkstall Road to get home. Over the summer, what was it like here?
I cycle past every day and I noticed a big difference over the summer when it was warm and these smells from the site were a complete difference from what it usually is, and it just made it a horrible experience cycling on Kirkstall Road.
And if they build the waste transfer site and take 100,000 tonnes of black bin waste there every year, and with the extra trucks, would you feel safe and would you enjoy cycling?
I don't feel safe to start with, and I think it'd just be even worse.
So we all use Kirkstall Road every day. What's it like at the moment, would you say?
Non-stop, and Burley Road's bad at rush hour, you know, and
And what do you think it will be like, Larry, with the extra traffic if they rebuild the waste transfer?
It's going to be twice as worse, you know what I mean.
Sam, you're Chair of Governors here at Kirkstall Valley Primary School. What impact do you think the waste transfer site will have on school?
Well, I think it'll be just terrible. We have 200 children here in school, including one of my own, and I really don't want them to have to play out in the kind of environment that is smelly and filled with flies. We also have a market garden in school where we're trying to encourage children to grow vegetables, and these are then sold on to parents. And I just worry that we won't be able to continue to do that.
Yeah. And what about the traffic? Because you've got 2 young daughters. How do you feel about the extra traffic that it's going to create, Sam?
It's going to be awful. I mean, they're already going to be increasing traffic with the expansion at the airport, and there's going to be roadworks on Kirkstall Road as well. So with an extra 65 HGVs, it'll just be awful.
It's the wrong place for the wrong reason, and the people who will suffer are the people in this area, one of the most densely populated areas in Leeds. And this school, lovely little school, lovely children, within 50 or 60 yards or 100 yards of a centre which is going to bring what people will see as something like havoc to the area. It is wrong, it's a decision that has to be changed, and it's up to us as people concerned for the interests of others and children to make sure it doesn't happen.
The council think that they can railroad the plans to build a waste transfer site through and think that they can do that without local opposition. But what we've seen today is the impact that the waste transfer site will have on the local community. There are 4 schools within a mile of the waste transfer site, and we've seen at Kirkstall Valley Primary School the impact that it will have on children playing out during playtimes and also at home. A lot of parents won't want their children to be playing out with the extra traffic and with the smells and the flies that the waste transfer site will bring in its wake. This is also a residential area, and we've heard from some local residents about the impact it will have on them. Things like not being able to put your washing out, things like not being able to have a meal outside, to open the windows when the weather is nice. All those things that we take for granted. People around here in Kirkstall and Burley won't be able to do that if the council goes ahead with these plans to build a waste transfer site in a residential area where people live and where children go to school. The council say that they've looked at other sites, but when we've asked them what other sites, they can't answer. The simple truth is they haven't looked at anywhere else apart from Kirkstall. They say that because it was a waste transfer site in the past, that they can rebuild it now.